Hello, welcome. I am doing a collective reading. It was funny, you know, because I did laugh at myself. I did laugh at myself because last week I did a mental health reading. Was it last week or the week before? And I said it was for March because I thought I should have done it for April. So anyway, never mind. I still think it's quite interesting. Or was it a relationship reading I did? Sorry, I did a relationship reading last week and I done it for March. And I've already done all the readings for March. But I don't know, maybe we needed that extra relationship reading for March. I don't think... It's kind of funny because I think there's been so many like breakthroughs in terms of, you know, what we're doing as a soul family, like what we're doing for ourselves personally, right? And I think we're making so many breakthroughs on a personal level with our growth and everything like that. And so I think in that sense, March has been amazing. But it's really early days in terms of what we're doing, and you know, it can make you feel a bit fragile and a bit vulnerable and a bit wobbly because you're like, oh God, you know, I've never really done this before. I don't really know what I'm doing. We're sort of breaking new grounds at the moment, you know, rather than keep repeating our patterns, we are breaking new grounds when it comes to relationships. So it's, yeah, it is quite testing, and maybe that's why I accidentally did an extra reading for March. Now we've got this new moon coming up next Tuesday, which is on the solstice as well. So we've got an Aries new moon and an Aries spring solstice. Well, I think it's always Aries anyway, but the point is it's the beginning of the new zodiac year. It's the solstice, yeah, so the light is coming back. The goddess is, well, the god and the goddess will be, you know, the energies will be rising, let's put it that way, big time. The energy will be rising big time next Tuesday. I'm going to use the Saints and Angels deck for our messages from our spirit guides. I'm going to use the Romance Angels for the relationship message. And I'm going to use this lovely new deck that I've got because I've been a bit naughty. I was allowed to be naughty. I was given permission no, from authorities, I have to say. Yeah, I got this deck. So I've got a few new decks, which I'm quite pleased about. It does make it more fun. It makes it fun. And it's a beautiful little deck. I just want to show you, actually. Look how that little... If you're interested in buying it, look how that opens up. I just think it's delightful. It's very adorable. It's quite mini. It's quite small. Comes with a little book, and it's the cards themselves are beautiful. Some of you may have this deck, but look how shiny. Look how shiny they are. Absolutely adorable. So they're fortune telling cards, which I saw someone else using. I thought, oh yeah, oh yes, please. So we're going to just do this relationship reading, right? It's I'm not going to do twin flame today. I don't think I'm in the mood for that one. I'm going to do... I know a lot of us are over our twin flames anyway. It sounds horrible. I still love my twin flame, but it's never gonna be a thing ever again. I've got lavender today. I bought that from Glastonbury from Starchild. If you live in England, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't live in England, you can order from them. I don't know if they do overseas, but they're a specialist herbal shop with all the oils, all the herbs that you could dream of. We're going to do this as a relationship reading. Like I said, I'm not really feeling it for the twin flame today, but we'll do it as a soulmate reading, I think. Soulmate. Let's see what we get. And it's for April, by the way. I'm going to get the right month this time. Oh dear. Right. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And I do think that's what this year is all about. I really do think that's what all this year is about, because for me, I felt January was a big awakener. I felt like it was forcing us to look at the things that, you know, just really bringing to the surface all the stuff we didn't like. And in February, it was like, right, put your foot down. You've got to make these changes. You know, you've got to do what feels good for you, because we had that full moon in Leo. And then, yeah, March has just been about just learning to go with the flow and the unknown. So I think a lot of us could have made big changes this year already. And it is about freeing ourselves from feeling responsible for other people, for freeing ourselves from feeling responsible for everything. You know, just let spirit be responsible for it all, because we can't. It just literally will drive you mentally insane if you feel like you're responsible for everything in your life and your relationships and how things are going. It's not. Just give the responsibility to spirit. So free yourself. That's confirmation. It's confirmation and it's permission, right? That if you are now, like, from that, you know, from that energy we had with the Leo full moon or whatever it was either a Leo new moon or full moon, that was all about us following our joy. The Pisces energy was all about us following our joy, right? So, and now we're going into Aries. Hello. Aries is like the leader of the tarot. I'm sorry, but leader of the tarot, leader of the zodiac. You know, it's like the fieriest sign. So we've got to embody this new moon. It's a fiery full moon, a new moon, and it's going to be strong, powerful. It is. This is time. This is spirit giving us permission to say yes. Live your life. Okay, recent past. You have had to basically cut off from emotions. You've had to learn to face your opponents, face your demons, and slay them and say no. You know, Knight of Swords basically has the skill to face his opponents and go in for the kill, and, you know, obviously cuts off from emotions and just goes for it, right? And that's the recent past. That's what we've had to do. Oh my God, coupled with the Lovers card. So yeah, for a lot of us, it could have been to do with a relationship that we just had to be like, right, boom, I'm not having this. I can't do this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. Also, it's that kind of maybe even slaying your own demons, like I said, and being like, do you know what? I can't keep trying to find myself in somebody else. I have to find me as I am. I'm never going to find myself in somebody else, am I? I've got to find me as I am. Just repeated that twice, sorry. Trying to make sure it makes sense, but yeah. Because the Lovers is about the man, and I mean, this is just traditional, obviously. We could be any genders, any sexualities, but basically in the picture, it's about the man trying to find himself in the woman and completion within that. Okay, you know, when two energies, we come together and we feel whole and complete. But it's an illusion, because you are source, so you already are whole and complete. I never really understood what that meant when people say, oh, I'm whole and complete within myself. I was like, what do you mean? But I'm starting to understand it now. So, you know, it was a kind of like, right, I may have to end a relationship, or I may have to sever something. Not sever, but I've got to front this up and say to myself, no, you're not repeating these toxic patterns. You're not doing this anymore, you know, and you're not going to keep searching for something or fighting for something, you know. It's like, and you're not going to stay stuck anymore. If you felt like you were very stuck and you were just like waiting to see what was going to happen and you didn't know what was happening, it was like, boom, you took the bull by the horns and you were like, no, I can't live like this anymore, you know. So what's going on at the moment? We're holding on to our self-respect. We're holding on to our energies here. Now, we might be feeling a little bit anxious, and I think the Pisces energy that we just had was quite anxiety-provoking. We might even still be in it. at the moment, and it is a bit anxiety provoking because Pisces is the fish going through the water, and it's very floaty, and in some ways, when you're in a good mood, that floaty energy can be very dreamy, can be very nice, oh yeah, but then on a bad day when you've got a lot of ego and pain body coming up, that Pisces floaty energy can feel very disorientating. You might have found the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks just very sort of like too floaty. I don't know where I am, I don't know where I'm going, and you're sort of desperately trying to hold on to who you are, hold on to something, and you might have felt tempted to grab out to your old habits and your old patterns and maybe an old person. You may have been tempted, and I would quite understand, but Spirit is saying, by holding on to your self-respect, by holding on to your truth, because this is what you discovered at the beginning of this year. You discovered your truth, and you were like, right, I now need to confront my demons and hold on to my truth. I can't keep going into these toxic patterns or whatever with relationships. I have to now just basically like confront this once and for all, because I can't keep doing this to myself, right? I've got to hold on to my energy, and that's what we've been doing. We've been trying to now anchor down for a little while now, I know we have, and say, right, I'm not giving my energy away to anyone, I need to regroup, I need to come into my own energy, and this is raising our level of consciousness. Hermit, he's holding the lamp, and that's the light of consciousness, and that's expanding his consciousness, it's deepening, so that's what's happening to us by the fact that we've been more conscious in our actions and choices, and holding on to our self-respect and holding on to our truth, even though it can be tempting to fall into naughty habits. We've been more centered, and that's what's going on right now. We're more centered, and our level of consciousness is increasing. So let's see what's going on for the person that you're thinking about. Okay, so this is like soulmate energy, or it could be anyone if it's not your soulmate, whoever it is. Okay, now there's progress here. There's the beginnings. 3 of Pentacles, that is the beginnings of progress. Your person might be skilled at a certain type of job, or they might have a certain skill, okay, let's put it that way, and they may be focusing on that skill quite a bit at the moment as a way of what they're doing with their life, because they're being very private. They've got the High Priestess. Okay, so this person's being very private, and yeah, they could be focusing on their skill or their purpose, and they're making some good progress there. They're also making some good progress in terms of their own realizations, but they probably just won't be sharing those with you. So cheeky. Cheeky. Okay, what does this person think of you? So let's have a look at that. Sorry, I'm playing with my hair a bit because it's like I didn't want to put the thing that I normally put in, I normally tie those things up, but I wasn't in the mood for that today. But I'm not used to it because I normally have it up in a ponytail. I just really, really didn't want to put my hair up today. I just feel like it's too tight on my head today. Right, so what does this person think of you? Right, this person knows that you are genuine. They know you're a hard worker. They know that you are good at what you do. They know that if they kind of were going to step forward towards you, they would have to put in the work. Oh, I say, that was really surprising. Oh my God. The Wheel of Fortune came out, and then another card came out, and it really made me laugh. They've got a sense that somehow they were destined to meet you. And I do feel this is creeping in massively, massively. This is creeping in, and it's been creeping in this whole Pisces, season, I feel. It's been creeping in. This feeling of like, there is something very karmic and very predestined about all of this. It's very strange. So yeah, they do feel that they was destined to meet you. they've got here King of Pentacles. I think they feel you're extremely genuine and they really do see you as having a hell of a lot to offer. But I think they do realise that if they're going to go into something with you, it would have to be real. You know, I think they're definitely sensing that as well. Oh, I didn't pick a fortune telling card. So busy showing them off and then I didn't pick one. Right, how does this person feel? They feel quite fed up at the moment with this card, okay? They feel quite fed up. This is a very fed up energy. It's like the energy of someone where they're in a funk. You know, they're just like, I don't really want this, but then there's nothing really that I want. Nothing seems to help at the moment. I can tell you that they're sort of in a mood because maybe they're not ready for what you've got. They know it's amazing, but they don't feel, they might have depression or other things going on mentally. And they sort of, for some reason, they feel quite stuck, like they can't really proceed, but then they're in a mood because what else is there? Yeah, they are in a mood and they are in a funk and they've got, look at this ridiculous energy. You know, they're going round and round in circles in their own brain and they are just really out of touch mentally. Let's just have a look at that Seven of Cups. I know they call it fairy focus, which I love because you know I work with fairies as well. It's like not seeing clearly, like the brain all over the place, floaty, fairy focus. Yeah. They're caught up in their mind too much, massively. That's what's keeping them stuck. That's the only thing that's keeping this person stuck is their own mind. And a bit of mental health maybe. And they're just like, they're just going round and round in circles in their own head. They're lost in their own head. How do they want to move forward? Okay, that's interesting. I think they want to meet you. They may want, I know this sounds a bit specific, but they may want to come to your home because that is a home. That does represent a home. Either you're going to their home or they're coming to your home. You know, and it also, that does show a bit of success as well. You know, like a celebration. It's like maybe they want to get together with you and somehow just have a bit of a good time. Excuse my face when I couldn't help say that. You know, maybe that's not right what I just said actually. It's like they want, I do think definitely they may want to come to your home or they may want you to go to their home, but also it's like they want to find peace with you. This person wants to find peace with you, okay? Just had to check my notes there and I was like, oh yes, that's what it means. They want to find peace with you. They want to find peace within themselves, and at the moment, I don't think they have found that peace. They want to find peace within themselves, and they want to find some sort of peace with you. Hierophant. I keep getting this massively as well, by the way, that Spirit is guiding something here, and that's why, you know, that Wheel of Fortune came out. Spirit is guiding something, and it is taking blind faith at the moment, because the Guru, Hierophant, you see, is guided by Hierophant by Guru, Spirit, that you two must come together in peace. That peace must be found, either on an energetic level or, you know, you physically meet and find peace together. That is kind of... The other thing it can represent is this person could want some sort of commitment with you, but I don't want to, you know, that might just be for a small number. But they may want some sort of commitment with you and it's driving them a bit mad. I'm going to tell you now, this person is being driven mad. I know they are. They're being driven mad and they literally, like, they're so fed up. They're not really in the right mental space to deal with this and they're fed up of it. But this situation will not go away. You are on their mind and it is driving them nuts. It's annoying them because they just want peace and they just want to move forward, but they can't because they're blocked, really. They know that you want them to put in the work and, you know, they're trying to be stubborn about that. You know, oh my God. What's hidden that you don't see? The Lovers. I do think there is definitely, in this reading, and maybe that's why I said it wasn't the twin flame, there's a karmic thing going on here. It is karmic. You are learning a lot through each other, a hell of a lot. You don't see... at the moment, both of you could be very fed up at the moment, but what you don't see is the long term. There's something long term here because Hierophant is commitment energy. You've got that King of Pentacles energy. You've got Seven of Pentacles, Four of Wands. There is something here that feels like this person would be around in your life for a long time. The advice from Spirit is to have courage. I did say blind faith earlier, didn't I? I said that. This situation, this relationship is calling for you to have blind faith and courage. Okay. Yes, Temperance. Temperance, okay. People always say harmony, balancing. You know, harmony and balance. I'll tell you the meaning of this card. It's very interesting. It is about having one foot in spirit and one foot in the physical realm. Okay, what does that mean? You see the way the feet, she's got one foot on the land, one foot in the water. It's a very spiritual card, Temperance. People don't realise how spiritual that card actually is. They're saying to you, your spirit guides are saying to you, you have to have blind faith with this situation. You have to be very rooted in spirit with this situation. Because this is destiny that you met this person. You must stay rooted in spirit more. Don't get so absorbed into this. This situation absorbs both of you on a mental level far too much. Spirit wants you to come closer to spirit, you know, closer to the unmanifested realm. Find your peace there. Don't worry so much about this relationship because what's going on is predestined. It's happening anyway. Okay. Okay, outcome cards. I always get nervous when I say that. I'm like, oh God, not the outcome cards. What are we going to get? Queen of Cups. Okay, Queen of Cups. Now, let me just look at this one for you. A devoted, good, fair, honest woman. Okay, don't worry about gender, sexuality, just remember that. It's an energy of somebody who is very fair, good, honest, devoted. a perfect spouse, a good mother. It's an energy of beautiful, fair and dreamy. One who sees visions in a cup. So this is a psychic person. She sees, but she also acts, and her activity feeds her dream. Somebody who will do good service for you. The gift of vision. Let's pick a card to go with it. Okay, what they're saying is that this relationship is still a bit of a struggle. But what they're saying is be true. Be true to you. Be true to what you know. Because be true to yourself. Because you are going to get psychic messages about this situation a lot. And let's pick a fortune telling card. Occupation. Okay. So that could be you working on your passions, right? Whether it's a job or not, it doesn't matter. But it's like you working on your passions, them working on their passions. Because I did say that was coming up in the reading earlier on. It is a struggle, but I feel this is, remember, this is the outcome card. This is not just you, this is them as well. This situation, this relationship is in Queen of Cups energy, and it's also in Five of Wands energy, right? It is a struggle, and in April, it's still going to feel a bit of a struggle. I'm sorry. Still going to be a bit of a struggle, but it's Queen of Cups. There's a dreamy quality to this relationship. There is something honest between you. There is something where you don't mean each other any harm. There is something that is very predestined and spiritual and psychic. There's a psychic link. You must focus on your passions and your work, whatever that may be. And you must trust in spirit. There is something very, very karmic and predestined about this. You must have blind faith and courage, and you must go deeper into spirit. You know, the first card was free yourself. It's time to take your control back of your life. You know, be a Queen of Cups and feel what feels good for you, and stand by your truth and focus on spirit. Focus on the things that you love. Because this relationship's not going away, right? But it's going through a bit of a funny turn. Your person is being guided by spirit with the Hierophant card, okay? And also the Lover's card is divinely guided as well. They are being guided by spirit through a difficult time. They're going through a very difficult time. But they are being guided to you. You're both being guided back to each other, and I think you both know it, but you're both fighting it. Oh, look at that. Peaceful. That's the message from your spirit guides. Peaceful, Holy Spirit. And I said earlier, your person does want peace with you. This is a very sort of peaceful connection here. It might not have felt it. It may have felt wild, but it's coming into a more peaceful phase. Even though there's a struggle, it feels like a struggle, but there's this underlying peace to it. It's really weird. And you weirdly you help each other, okay? Because the Queen of Cups is somebody that helps. Your person does want peace with you. You want peace with them. This is testing, and it's causing you to be pushed deeper into spirit, deeper into yourself, to find yourself, really find yourself, and make that your priority. But this connection is not going anywhere. This connection is entering a state of peace in April. It is going to be entering a state of peace. And it's entering a state of more like being more caring to each other, more kind. So in the meantime, you just got to keep focusing on spirit. And I know I say that all the time, but that is the only reason we're here to, really do that. Okay. Now, remember, your person is very conflicted at the moment. They want to step forward towards you because they see you at the bottom of the deck. They see you as someone with a lot to offer. Okay. And they are going to wake up to that properly. But at the moment, they are very conflicted and stuck in their own mind. I don't know whether it's fear or what. But anyway, I will stop the message there because I've actually got to run off. But that's the message, okay? I am sending you lots of love, lots of peace. If you want to book in for a reading, just go to my Facebook page, Awakening Tarot. I'm so used to saying that. My website, awakeningtarot.co.uk. All the links I put below. I am sending you lots of love. Thanks for supporting the channel. And if you want to buy my deck, I haven't got it with me right here, but you can do that. Just email me and we can sort it out. And I'll tell you the price and postage and things. Because it does depend if you live abroad or not. But abroad, it doesn't cost much to send. It's not much at all on top. So I'm sending you lots of love, really. And just keep going. Keep going. And that Aries new moon next week is going to be a biggie. It's going to help us to really come even more deeper into our power, and that's what this is all about. The deeper you go into your power, I tell you, that is the key, and this relationship will start getting on track the more you get into your power. So I'm sending you lots of love and speak soon. Bye.